So, today we're going to talk about, is eating healthy bad for weight loss? Now, this is actually a thing. It's a thing because we live in anti-culture, and anti-culture always rears its head in every single facet of life. For example, if there's ever a pro running community, there would be a pro not running community and a walking community. If there's a pro walking community, they'll come out with a anti-walking community. If there's a eat 6 times a day community, there'll be an intermittent fasting community, which is the polar opposite of that. If there's an intermittent fasting community, there'll be a you need to eat all the time community. It's always an anti-community because it kind of takes the same narrative but flips it on its head. People get interested. Whoa, hold on. I've been told since forever that I should be eating healthy, and now you're telling me no? Well, let me go ahead and click on this video to find out why. But here's the thing, the main issue when it comes to these kinds of content. It's always people trying to use mathematics to solve a biology question, because fitness is not a mathematics question. No matter how many times a fitness guru tries to tell you that it is, it 100% is not. Why? Because your body is not a straight line. It doesn't work in the fashion that you think, like you're just using the data of what the calories are or what have you. You use that data and you'll just put it through the machine and you get the final result. Cool. Our bodies are not like a machine. It may have elements of a machine, moving parts and all of these things, but it's not a machine. So the number one thing that I'm seeing out there with people talking about how eating healthy is actually bad for weight loss, they'll say something to this effect. If you want to eat, this muffin, right? Or if you want to eat this honey bun, if you say to yourself, well, I'm not going to eat this honey bun, I'm going to go ahead and eat healthy. They'll say, well, because you ate healthy, you didn't really feel satisfied. And because you didn't feel satisfied, you're still thinking about eating that honey bun. But then instead of eating the honey bun, because you're still not satisfied, you continue to eat more healthy things. And then you keep doing this without satisfaction. So essentially, the narrative is you should have eaten the honey bun because you would have gotten less of an appetite. You would have eaten less because you kept thinking about that honey bun. But they're giving you a mathematical answer for a biological problem. Here's the thing with that. A honey bun would be 100% less satiating than something like, I don't know, steak or high protein foods, because high protein foods not only do they have a higher thermic effect, they're also more satiating. So that narrative of you just don't feel satisfied eating healthy food, you're going to be satisfied if you eat a predominantly protein meal because of the satiety that comes from protein. There's high satiety in steak. There's high satiety in chicken. That's why you can eat an entree, right? You can eat an entree at a restaurant, and then when you're stuffed, absolutely stuffed, you can still eat something sweet, which is dessert. Not all the time, but if there was anything else you could fit into your stomach, it would be dessert because it lacks satiety. Highly palatable foods with high carbohydrate counts, which is not that carbohydrates are bad. It's not that. When they're highly processed, highly palatable, they taste good, but they don't have enough satiety. So if you were to eat that honey bun, you would still eat more after because it will increase your appetite. It will definitely not leave you satisfied. And not that eating healthy, like if you were to just eat vegetables or something, sure, maybe you won't feel satisfied. But if you ate food that has satiety, It literally is in the food properties. Satiety is in these protein meals. You're going to feel satisfied, and you're not going to eat the honey bun. Now, is eating a honey bun like a 100% no, you can't do that? Absolutely not. I'm just trying to lay out the true biology, and I don't want people to think, hey, I'll just keep eating the honey bun, because that's not going to help you in the long term. You're going to want to keep eating more foods that are highly palatable, because that's what happens. Your endorphins kick in, your appetite goes up, your ghrelin goes up, your leptin goes down, which allows you to eat more without feeling full. That's what happens when you eat unhealthy foods, or quote unquote unhealthy. You're just highly palatable, high sugar, processed foods, highly processed foods. So whenever you see this again, please understand, like, there's anti-culture everywhere. It's just going to happen. There's a pro and a con, a yin and a yang to everything. If something becomes popular, there will be a con to it. If something becomes popular, there will be a yang to it. That's just the way life works. Some of those things are good because they thwart the narrative and they give you something that's actually true. But sometimes people are reaching. And in this instance, you don't have to necessarily eat what you think is quote unquote healthy. Healthy doesn't mean that the foods taste bad. Healthy doesn't mean that the foods are like undesirable. You can eat the things that you like, but you just need to ensure that you are trying to get as much nutrition as possible. But I can tell you one thing, eating a honey bun will not be more satisfying than eating a high protein meal. All right, guys, till the next one, I'll see ya.